Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tropico 3 Absolute Power. Alright, we're at the penultimate mission of the Absolute Power campaign. As you can see, the Isle of Splendor. Term of office, 30 years. Welcome to Puerto Bello, Presidente. The people on our fair island are famous for their loving and hating their leaders with great passion. The number of loyalists living here is only equaled by the number of wannabe rebels. Your goal is to bring Puerto Bello to a new golden age of prosperity while keeping those pesky freedom fighters under control. Mission objectives: fight off the rebels while keeping all loyalists in awe. Well, time for some shock and awe. Right. Well, we're gonna go with loyalists, so we're gonna be traditional, Mediterranean. I'll be Your Majesty. And this will be fine. Right, what should we need? We'll probably want to be a man of the people, perhaps? No? Extra respect with all Tropican factions. Yeah, that seems like it. No, actually, born in the purple. Now, the loyalists will love me anyway. This does save a lot of money, though. Actually, war hero might be better in this case. If we're gonna have to be dealing with rebels, then we'll probably want to be good at combat. Right, we want to be... yeah, let's be elected for family values. Well, financial genius is actually fine. Let's be diplomatic. Might want to get some extra help from the great powers. Alright. Womanizer and... no, that's not good. I don't really want to do any of those. Yeah, let's be a cheapskate, that's fine. Alright, let's move in. No welcoming screen? Well, that's a novelty. I suppose it will be in a moment then. Alright, let's have a look at the island, which looks like a butterfly. It's just too bad the minimap is upside down, if that was the case. Still, it's a nice rendering. It's one of the better map choices, I think. Well, map designs, rather, that's actually in the game. It's almost as good as the one that looks like a foot.
Do you like being controlled? How does it feel being denied to reap the fruits of your labor? How is it possible that your sweat and tears are only fattening the ruthless oppressors while you work 14-hour shifts? I say enough. No more lies. It's time for change, and I, Betty Bloom, will be your guide to liberation. Join the resistance or die.
Alright, we have some iron. We have bauxite, that's very good, it's even close to the dock. We have some gold. And oil. Yeah, they really want me to exploit that. We already have a little bit of a tourism industry. Might as well take advantage of that. Although, admittedly, if I want to take advantage of the oil, the tourism probably will suffer a little bit. Anyway, I was checking for other things. Fishing, well, it's decent enough. Is there any good logging? There's not that many good forests on this island. Yeah, the only good forests are really the ones here on the beach, and I kinda don't want to remove those. How's the beauty of the island? Isn't great, but that can be improved. Alright then, let's dive right in. Let's get rid of these shanties, because that's just annoying. I want a diplomatic ministry for free, please. We'll just go top speed.
Speak fast. I don't have all day.
Right. I guess I'm gonna get some special instructions in a moment. While I'm working on that, let's set up some basic stuff, like the bauxite is of course a good idea. As for what other stuff I want, that depends really on the export prices. Cigars are okay. Jewelry is nice. Export prices are a little bit low actually, in comparison. Let's see. And even the canned goods are really worth anything. It's all a bit meh. Very meh. But I guess we can work with that. Stay in power, alright. That should be easy enough. Alright, that's one of the things gone. Right, and what people do I get for starts? A couple of college workers, a couple of high schoolers. And done. There's no high school females, so schooling will be a little bit difficult at start. And since I do have tourism, my tourism rating is abysmal. Just absolutely abysmal. Alright. Well, let's see where we can go. Alright, that's done. Edict time. USSR development aid. And some cheap tenements. Right, 6 new immigrants, that is fine. And since I want some income from farming, I might as well start doing that. Some tobacco over here. national debt, that is fine. I'll just set up a bit of a circuit to allow the cars to roam free. And now out of cash. Right.
This is Betty Boom, and today I'm furious. According to trustworthy sources from the palace, our treasury is as dry and empty as the Sahara Desert. El Presidente should be reminded that he needs to stop wasting our tax money on buying cars and apartments for his concubines. Juanito will try to tell you otherwise, but believe me, we're broke. Remember, you learned it here first.
Right.
Are you a rebel?
Seven more immigrants. How's my economy? Not quite enough people. Slow start, still no sub-objectives. I'm mildly concerned. Well, since I only have to stay in power until, what was it again? Until 1970 to get my final objective. Should be doable. Oh, hurricane. Two farms. Ow.
Breaking news! In case you haven't noticed, a huge hurricane has swept through Tropico, leaving a trail of destruction in its path. In unrelated news, there are reports of people carrying a cauldron of tar and feathers traversing the island in search of the local meteorologists. The workers at the weather station were allegedly out drinking and therefore unable to issue a warning the day before the disaster.
Well, at least that gives me a little bit of a chance to renew the road. To make it not look quite so strange. The ruler of the religious community living on the nearby Isla de Virtud sent us $2,000 in relief aid. Those hurricanes may turn out to be a profitable business, eh, Presidente? Not that profitable. In all honesty, I'd much rather have actual business going on. However, I have no time to dawdle, because without farms, I'm gonna go hungry. I mean, the people are gonna go hungry. The people, that's what I meant. And I can't yet import any food, because that's a different game. Right. Alright, that's the miners. Let's get some easy happiness going with the pub and the restaurant. And not another pub. Can I get an edict going? Another 9 months, alright? Eco-activists, well, that's to be expected. Right, more happiness, please.
This is Betty Boom, the voice of truth. Can't you all see the greedy exploitation of nature? How the selected few cut
Buenos
down our
días.
trees, dig up our earth,
What do you
and
want?
squander our
I'm busy
resources,
ruling.
aided by the corrupt regime of El Presidente. Soon, it will be a day of reckoning, and environmentalists will show us the way.
Although there are some disagreeable things in Portobello, there's nothing as disagreeable as our foreign visitors. But they bring us fresh foreign money, Presidente. Bonus objective would receive 3 points for every tourist that visits Portobello during this mission. Alright, so
Time for a walk.
it does serve my purpose to keep things going in the tourism industry, even though I don't really have anything set up. Because I don't really have the money for it. However, that's never stopped me before. I do need to beautify this place, though. "11 new immigrants. Good. We can work on that. Alright, let's get all this housing done. And I just noticed that there's actually another garage over here. That's fine. I'll use that for when I get the second block of buildings going. Right now I just need to get the economy started. So I can beautify the island and get some more tourists.
What is it now?
First, I will need to deal with the housing. So, what is the occupancy? 12 shacks. It's almost full.
¿Qué tal?
Right.
Never fear, President is here.
Since I am in dire need.
El Presidente has allowed a humanitarian aid camp on the island. The situation must truly be grave if our nation needs outside help to solve its problems. To lighten the mood,
Speak
more
fast.
optimistic
I don't
music.
have all day.
Still a good number of people coming. Guess the island must not be that terrible. And we're getting some income. Although to call that income is actually a bit of an insult to a piggy bank. Anyway, let's make sure that tourism can keep going. It's a bit of a lot of extra garages, but that's usually how I play anyway. Garages everywhere. Alright, come on, finish it. Finish building it, come on. Your Presidente commands it. There's a good lad. Alright, what's the next one you're building on? That one.
What is it now?
Do I have any spare people? Not really. And occupancy is going up. A lot less shacks, which will make things much more agreeable. Alright, since we now have some money coming in, let's activate Social Security to make sure that everyone can afford to live in a tenement. Alright.
Never fear,
Give that a
President
hand
is
and
here.
let's start boosting the happiness. Anyway, Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.